Rebecca, who is down in the dumps about going up in the world?
Oh, right, this will be social mobility.
It is.
Yes, this is Alan Milburn, who is I think he is a czar, isn't he?
It's more of a sultan.
He's the social mobility czar.
He is the czar, yes, I like that. Anyway, he's producing a report into social mobility, and his preliminary findings are that there ain't none. It was reported also, they were looking into women and how few women get into top jobs, which we all know, and they reckon that 30% of the most influential jobs are currently being done by women. I actually think that we're not really doing anybody any favours here tonight, you see, because there are a lot of women on this panel here, and all we've done so far is make frivolous remarks.
Yeah.
But in
You
terms
really
of...
are so very glamorous, mate.
I only got this job by putting on a fake beard and pretending to be Andy.
But in terms of social mobility, the one thing that really sort of jumped out at me was that in the report that I read, I think in The Guardian, it said that Milburn's report, when it comes out, will urge teaching hospitals to actively select students with poorer grades to study medicine.
Wow.
I don't think that's really what social mobility is.
No.
Very, very happy to have people from poor backgrounds being my doctor. I'm really not so keen on having the ones who can't pass the exams.
I think you get a social mobility scooter. I like the idea of revving your way into a dinner party.
Part of the joy, really, I think, of social mobility is when people from a poorer background go to university and meet very wealthy people. I got a fantastic amount of entertainment value. When I went to Oxford, I took enormous pleasure in mixing with very rich people who had clearly never come across a person who'd actually, well, never come across a girl, for one thing, and certainly not one who'd been to a comprehensive school. They were quite baffled. I remember actually dancing with this very, very posh boy from a very, very posh school. And at one point, he just suddenly sort of went, and I thought, oh, hello, heard about this. And I said, everything all right? And he said, yeah, I was just thinking, wonder what my dad would say. And I said, about what? And he said, me, dancing with a Jewess. I mean, you can't buy comedy like that.
But, I mean, the thing about women is, you know, if there was a woman in charge, because we all know what we're like, you know, we'd get a bit anxious once a month, a little bit of PMT. You know, when your tights kind of roll down and your gussets at your knees and it's very uncomfortable, you're slightly warm, your pants are rolling down your stomach, your tushy claws run out, and you would just declare war on someone. You know, you would just go, I've had enough, I've got a pimple, sod it, let's go into Iraq. Because there's no other reason, because no one else would do that, would they? No man would ever declare a war illegally on another country. Of course, a woman would do that because she's feeling a little bit fat that day.
But part of the issue, as I understand it, is that they say that the selection processes for careers are too haphazard, okay? So it seems to me that that's, you know, law, medicine, those kind of things. That cannot be true in politics. I mean, the whole point of a democracy is that by its very nature, every 5 years, those wishing for a career must go out there and convince Rupert Murdoch they're the right person for the job. I mean, surely there's a system for these things. Alan Milburn, Nick Clegg's social mobility advisor, has said that professions such as law, journalism and medicine must do more to widen their intake. When appointed by the coalition, his role was described as social mobility czar, a hereditary role passed to the first male-born son.